Horah is a topic that we speak about a lot. Gossiping, speaking badly about others, is mentioned by great rabbis, and it's a major focus for many within the Jewish community. And the Talmud actually says it's as bad as idolatry, adultery, and murder. What is it about Loshon Horah that we can't seem to get rid of it? The Talmud actually says there are 3 sins that a person can't stop himself every day. One is not concentrating on all his prayers properly. One is having lewd thoughts. And the third is Loshon Horah. Not fully Loshon Horah, maybe the dust of Loshon Horah, like speaking positively about someone to their enemy, or so saying, don't talk to me about X, Y, Z. I don't want to say what I know about him. That's called the dust of Loshon Horah. And you can't save yourself from that every day. Why? Why is it so important for us that we can't get away without kind of putting someone else down? And the psychological perspective behind this maybe is that the deficiencies that we have within ourselves, we see in others. That's the general rule. Well, Shem Tov says when you see something in someone else, it's probably a mirror image of what's happening within you. Mostly, that's the case. And it's like the famous story of the husband and wife who are moved into a new home, and the woman looks out the window at the clothesline. She says, look, our neighbors don't know how to wash their clothes. It's full of stains. And this goes on one day after another until finally, one morning she walks up, she says, they learned how to wash their clothes. Look, it's clean. The husband says, it was me who washed the windows. That's why the clothes look clean. So we see the dirt in someone else, but it's a problem with our windows, not their clothes. So the way it works is that we tend to feel deficient about certain things in our life. And the way we kind of deal with it is say, I'm not so bad because that guy is worse. So it makes us feel good about ourselves. If someone else is worse than me, then I'm not so bad. That's what the Baal Shem Tov says. If you see something in someone, it's probably a mirror image of what's happening in you. That's why you notice it, because you know that that's a problem within yourself. And because you know it's a problem within yourself, you don't want to deal with it within yourself, so you push it onto someone else, and you see how the other person, it's so much worse within them. And maybe it is worse, but that doesn't mean that you don't have that problem and you first deal within yourself than someone else. Rabbi Yoel Khan would tell a story. Cute story he would say about a town drunk. Was once lying in the gutter, and some Litzonim, some jokers from the town, pick him up, take him to the church, and take him into the room of the priest, take off his clothes, put on the priest's clothes was hanging there. They put on the priest's clothes on the fellow and put him into bed, and they leave. He wakes up a few hours later. He sees he's dressed like a priest. He says, what's going on? What am I doing here? Then he thinks, you know what? Maybe I'm not a drunk. Maybe I'm the priest. Maybe I'm the town priest. So he goes back. But I'm Zalman the Shikker. So he goes back from being Zalman the Shikker to the town priest. He says, you know what? I'll open one of the books here and I'll see. If I understand it, then I'm the priest. If I don't understand it, then I'm the Shikker. So he opens one of the books and he sees it's in Latin. He doesn't understand the word. So he thinks to himself, oy vey, I'm the drunk. Then he says, no. The truth is, none of the priests understand it. They just have a show, but I'm really a priest. And that's how we are. When we see something, when there's something negative within ourselves, we project it onto someone else in order to feel better about ourselves. And that's why we generally have more jealousy and more issues with people who are in our industry and similar to us. That's when we have this problem more so of Loshon Horah, because again, it's in the area that we feel that we have not succeeded, that we want to put down someone who has succeeded. We want to put them down to make ourselves feel better. So how do you deal with this? So first of all, if you know that this is the reason and this is the issue, then when you start thinking about someone else's deficiency, start looking within yourself. And instead of criticizing someone else, start saying, okay, how can I be better? That's one of the methods of how to deal with this issue of Loshon Horah.